think a lot of people are coping. And by that, I mean that when you look at how the Japanese are kicking your ass as a working example, I think a lot of people are trying to put the blame on everything else but the actual model being outdated, broken, or there's a better version of it in the East. So they're finding these other things to say, why aren't young people into this? Well, it's a price. It ain't gotten. I don't think that has anything to do with it, because I'm looking how much they spend on video games. I'm looking like the comics that they are reading. We're not, for the most part, getting shonens over here, which are $2 magazines. We're not getting that. By the time we get it, and by the time it's popular or whatever, and we're getting it out in the West, it's in a form of a volume, which still may end up being cheaper, right, than like a comic on average, because it doesn't have any color or anything. But it's not like it's $2. It has more to do with the content issue more than anything. It's a content problem more than anything. And particularly with independents, like, it's everybody's trying to figure out what works, trying to find themselves in this new kind of forming economy. But I don't think it's simply that the cost. Like I said, still two things can be true. I'm a worker. You got a working example with the Riververse, right? Like, we've got our pricing down as much as we can, and we're going to continue to do it. If there comes opportunity where we can get it down even more, we're going to get it down even more. But I think it's a coping mechanism for anybody that's like, oh, well, it's the price. That's the reason why youngsters not getting into it. Again, I don't see how anybody with youngsters can even say that. When you see the stuff that youngsters are spending money on entertainment wise, and how much that shit costs, video games and all that stuff, how much that stuff costs, just a different era. But you got to adjust, man. You can sit there and bitch about it or talk about, oh, well, back in my day, or you can like do some market research and make an adjustment. And we're always looking to, like, even with ourselves, how do we improve that, right? How do we get more readers, right, without sacrificing the bottom line? And that's another thing that I'm trying to get independents to understand.